my slide deck.
Recording is started. You can start when you want, Pierre.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Let's start this monthly meeting. We will stay together a little hour, and I hope we will learn a lot of things about what's happening in UI Suite and also in Drupal Core. There is new people today. Someone is coming for the first time.
Yes.
Yes.
Not sure. There is Emory, Ben. There is also Orlando. And maybe someone else, I don't know. At least 3 or 4 people, 4 new people.
Okay, so that's cool. Welcome. Just a little introduction of UI Suite. If maybe you are not familiar, if you're going for the first time. So UI Suite is doing 2 jobs. It's extending the plugin definition we can put in a Drupal theme with new YAML file. Those YAML file implement design system parts, style utilities and helpers, theme and mode switching, CSS variables, this kind of stuff. And then we have modules, and the modules, they plug the design system implementation to the Drupal API. Layout Builder, Manage Display, Views, CK Editor 5, this kind of Drupal Core API. So now we have components as SDC and icon who are in core, and we hope more will come will go in core in the next months. So we will, as every month, we will talk about share subject. We will have a look on every modules, and then the public theme, and we will see what's happening in the community. So last month, I told you about my new role of core lead with this proposal, 2 years to change Drupal frontend. This year, we will focus on making Drupal the first design system native CMS. And thanks to the new API, next year, we will try, because it will be hard, to clean and simplify the render and form API. And when I say clean and simplified, I hope it will be a big cleaning and simplification. So it started because we already delivered the stuff on Drupal 11.2. So it's congratulations, guys. And we have more to deliver for 11.3. This month was crazy. It was the best month ever since we started 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I don't remember. Adoption is breaking record. First, UI Pattern 2 got plus 35% of usage, and it reached the 600 installation mark and also the 700 installation mark, because we got a little reduction last week. Oh, so I'm welcoming more people in the room. Yes. So 1 minute. Est-ce que vous n'avez pas pris l'ordi? Est-ce que vous pouvez connecter et suivre sur votre écran et en coupant le micro, évidemment.
Ouais, parce que sinon ça.
C'est dans l'entendre. So we have a special guest from Capgemini. Capgemini is a French company, and they hosted me today. Thank you very much. And we will work on UI Suite with them. So UI Pattern 2, it was crazy, but also UI Pattern 1 got plus 10%, and so it's very interesting because the success of UI Pattern 2 is not against the success of UI Pattern 1, was still abstraction. UI styles plus 32% too. So I told you it's a crazy month. And we reach the 900 install mark and the 1000 install mark. And UI skin plus 29%. And finally, UI icon, the new one, but he has a very fast progression. with plus 75%, and we reach a 600 install mark. So as you can see, something is happening. We already said that in March. We can say it again. UI Suite is becoming popular, and we are still in around 1.8% of the Drupal website. Now, UI Pattern is in the top 500 of Drupal modules because it's in the second week in a row, we are in position 496. So it's very good. We still have a progression because we can do better, but still it's a landmark. And we have more and more nice stories like the one from Ben, who sent a nice message in Slack, telling he was successfully using UI Suite as a UI for its project, and he was enjoying it, and he did only 120 lines of CSS code, and everything just worked. And this kind of message are very important for us, and they are heartwarming. And it would be nice if we start to collect them as like customer stories, success stories, and if we gather stories like that for to show people UI Suite it's a good tool.
Actually, Ben is here today.
Yeah. So Ben, you see,
So.
I told you you got your quote.
Thank you, Pierre.
So also about the project in general, we will have new icons thanks to Andreas. Andreas is with us. Is it you, Andreas?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was afraid to miss the first name.
No.
So thanks to Andreas, we have new icons. I don't know if they are final or not, but still.
90% done. 90% done. Only UI patterns need a bit more love. The rest is finalized.
That's great. That's great. They have a lot of personality, and they have also a color palette. So if we have a color palette, that means we can extend the brand to other support. It's great. Maybe we will need an icon for display builder too in a few months. So let's keep in touch.
Thank you, Andreas. It's a big step forward for us for communication and branding. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Mhm.
So let's talk about the star module, UI Pattern 2, which is based on SDC. So Michael.
Thank you, Pierre. So today, like 1 hour ago, we released the last version 2.0.5. It has. Do you expect me to comment all the issues, or I can just?
No. Say what you want and tell me when I switch the slide.
So basically, we have improved the performance. We have touched some small stuff about normalization, and we have made a very nice change about labeling sources. So there has been maybe some misunderstanding about how to use the data sources.
Yes.
And it's a small change, but it's a great change. So you make a demo now, Pierre, if I'm not wrong, or
you want a demo?
No. It's I don't know. I thought you wanted to show it.
No. I'm just plugging. Sorry, I'm not in my normal.
Misunderstanding. So it's a surprise. You need to update and test. But when you are configuring an entity display, for example, or in Layout Builder or Field UI, you will see the relabeling.
This. Okay, I know what you mean. You are talking about that?
Yes, I was talking about that. So it's the next slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are in. So we had those original names like data from a field, referenced entities or field prop entity, all this, and it was not really trivial for people to understand. So now we have introduced this visual hint with a small arrow. So it helps people to understand that they will switch to a field context or they will switch to another entity. So it's easier for people to navigate through the data model of Drupal and say, okay, I will go to a media field and then I will go to the file entity referenced and I will take like the name of the file or whatever. So we allow to do this, and this is a killer feature, but it was maybe underused by newcomers. So now it will allow people to hide the data model.
Yes, and we saw a few of our users going in and out the context. For example, there was an entity, then they were going to a field item, then we're going to entity again, and they were going to field, and they say, oh, where is my field item? So now they always know where they come from and where they go. So we hope it will make their life easier.
Exactly.
So it's released today. So if you update today UI pattern 2, you will get the new labeling.
Yes, and we UI pattern 1, honestly, I don't really follow. I don't have the bandwidth to follow, but there are a lot of activity right now.
Yes, Edouard, so DualFR is taking care of this version. So it's great. And UI pattern 1 is not let down. It's still living, it's still going strong, it's still successful. Of course, we hope people will move to UI pattern 2, but then they need to take their time. And if they still enjoy UI pattern 1, we will still give love to UI pattern 1.
Exactly. Couldn't say better. So we have really nice things going on right now in UI patterns. So we follow our plan and we have some new stuff. So good things that will come soon this summer. We have UI pattern UI. So this module, I love this module because it allows you to create new forms for components. So you can each available component, you can create one or several forms, and usually we use it to simplify the component form, which can be sometimes really complex. So we can define and we can restrict which sources you can use, etc. So the main usage we see now, it's to simplify the forms and let non-contributors use the component forms. UI pattern fields, it's also really interesting. First, it is one of the enabler for display builder. So we use it to store UI pattern configuration into fields. So it allows display builder to work in, and also it allows to create a new use case. So I won't go into details now. So those two modules are already there in the base code, but they are tagged experimental. And so we will tag them stable for 2.1.
Exactly.
There is a work going on about config migration. Interesting and difficult work. I don't really have the update right now. Maybe you have it, Pierre?
No, but it's going on well. Huh? It's starting only a few weeks ago. It's going well. I know that wanted to do it before, but we didn't get specification. So that's why we started late with Edouard, Florent, and Nicolas. They split the work. And I think it will be shipped this summer.
Super.
I don't know. None of them are here, so they will. Maybe they will tell us more next month. And also, Seca Editor 5 on your side, okay?
Yes. So we promise Seca Editor integration. So it's work in progress on my side. It's going well, and it will be superb. So
yeah, that.
we advise to use it. Sorry, I want to say last stuff.
Yeah, please.
So I advise to use it with UE pattern UI. So you simplify the forms, and then you enable the components in CK editor, and your users can create components in an easy way. So it's really cool. It's really something that go forward for us. And I won't talk now about UE pattern 2.2. Next time.
No, too soon. It's too soon. Let's talk about that in September. Okay, good. So UI pattern 2 is still going to core. So when I say UI pattern 2 core, I say only the lower level API. I'm not talking about the two plugin managers. I'm talking about the API. So variant was merged and was shipped. Yes, and there is two ongoing subjects. One I deleted, sure, I will fix that, and one about attribute under property. So you see, there is no much to send to core. Is the issues are not difficult, and they are very specific. So if you want to become a core contributor, you can take one of those issues. Every time you are shipping an issue, you are removing the burden of UI pattern, and we hope the module will become lighter once Drupal 10 is not supported anymore. And there is also ATC and the form API. So the compatibility between the two API was merged in Drupal 11.2. So thank you, Florent. And now we are working on defining form elements from ATC. So you got a demo last month by Florent, and I'm sure we will do another demo in 1 or 2 months, or 2 or 3 months, to show you the progress. Also, the ecosystem is still alive because UI pattern field group got its first beta. Thanks to Edouard again. Edouard is on fire. And so people still using field group and enjoying field group can use the ADC component with field group.
It's really nice to see him get back to the team.
Yes. Edouard is back and it's active, and it's very good news.
It's one of the early contributor in the UI Suite ecosystem.
Yes, indeed. Jean, you want to talk about Icon API and UI Icon?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. My sound is good?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so UI Icons, some changes and updates on the style of the icon field itself with the help of David Gleano. I hope I'm saying his name properly. I introduced in the meantime, because we were changing, or perhaps I can show quickly. Have a quick demo on that.
Yeah, I have the video here, but you can share your screen if you prefer.
Yeah, let's go for
screen sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So that's it. So now a bit separated. I was starting on an input group at the beginning, but it seems that it's better to have something separated, a bit cleaner. And now it has been upgraded to be compatible. Well, I didn't set up Gene, but to be compatible with Gene admin theme, because you see it looks like it's the first one most installed on Drupal, and we keep it. Of course, I try to keep it compatible with UI Suite theme as well, even if they are not admin theme. It can be used for contributing a node. Yeah, okay.
Actually, Gene, there is a plan to use it, to have it in the core in the next version. It will replace Claro. So it's interesting that you say that.
In Drupal newsletter today, there is a line about it.
Yeah, about the icon field.
No, but Jean will get in core.
Gene in core. Yeah, that's why.
Mhm.
Okay, that's why we are targeting Gene as well, because yeah, it's meant to replace Claro. So we are now compatible and compatible with the dark and light version of Gene to keep it working. So, but for now, it's just the same icon as before, and we just updated to provide. Before we had the autocomplete list. Now it's a bit nicer with the icon pack on the right, a bit nicer design. And in the meantime, I started to work on a grid result instead of the list while keeping the autocomplete, because I really want something to be able to show a lot of icons at once, because it can be something very useful when you deal with big libraries of icon. Like here, it's which one is it? Bootstrap, I guess, with a mix. But I don't want to go too far in the JavaScript or specific code, custom code for the field, because there is a plan to move this field to Drupal Core 2 as well, if possible. So we would like to touch not touch too much, not have too much custom code. So this one is just based on autocomplete and provide something nice. It's a replacement, I guess, if it's working well, replacement for the icon picker, which is working well, but a bit hard to maintain a lot because it's a lot of code. So I don't see it easy to maintain. So I would prefer to go on a more simple solution, easier to maintain. So that's it for UI icon.
Great. I taking back the presentation. Thank you, Jean. And we hope then your work on the form element will land to core. There was a release priority tag put on this issue, not by us, by another core lead. So people are expecting such a form element. And once it will go to core, we can simplify both UI icon and the pattern plugin, UI pattern plugin that icon. UI style and UI scheme. So Florent is in holidays, so I will take care of that. We are proposing to move the API to core. So style utilities was already something discussed, and it appears there is a consensus about style utility.
There is no more. You need to share your screen again, Pierre.
I'm not sharing.
No.
Sorry. Is it better?
Yeah.
Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Oh, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
it's good.
Okay, so we are moving. We are proposing a style utility API in core, and doing that, we will not implement exactly the same as in UI Suite, but it will be 90% similar, and we will benefit to new render property. So we can have a simpler and more powerful implementation. We also are proposing a CSS variable API because it will fit well with the first, and because other projects need it. For example, Experience Builder, they will need such an API, according to a discussion we got with them in Louvain in Developer Dev Days. So let's see what is happening, and it will be great to ship them in Drupal 11.3. What is a bit interesting about those two API is they don't follow our module, because today we have UI style and UI scheme, and utilities and helpers are in UI styles, and theme and mode switching is in UI scheme. But when we are proposing this API to core, we did another scoping. Utilities, helper, theme, and mode are proposed in the same issue, and CSS variable in a different issue. Because after a few years of doing UI style and UI skin, we are understanding that those two APIs need to be unified to fix some issues we got in projects. So going to core will be the perfect opportunity to unify them. So what we will do with UI style and UI skin, because the initial split between the module was not good. It was good enough, but not perfect. Maybe we will keep them separated, but we will move theme and mode management to UI style, or maybe we will merge them. Anyway, UI styles and UI skin 2 will be an interesting subject to follow. So once we finish your score issue, we will continue the work on UI style and UI skin 2, and we will implement as planned animation and transition artifact, and we will target plugins instead of config. Display builder. Jean, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So not so long ago, we got the public release dev version on Drupal.org. We moved from a private dev to a public dev. Today, we have the first alpha release of the module with a lot of changes since the dev version. So that's it. We are.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. We still have some small bug fixes and some more architecture stuff to fix. The alpha phase will be really focused on fix this bug, and one of the important challenge we have to go forward for a beta version is to be able to have a proper testing framework for the functional part, meaning the display builder JavaScript part. We would like to find something we can rely on to keep real world usage scenario tested and regression testing, efficient regression testing, which will help us a lot to go forward. And that's one of the main challenge because we are some people came to the team now that we are public, which is great, helping on the development, but we are still a pretty small team, but with a lot of challenges, but hope to go for beta. There will be several alpha release, and the goal is to reach a beta release. Beta will mean we start to be on a more almost production ready version of the module.
Yeah, so yeah, indeed. I set an ambitious calendar. It's a dream calendar. I don't know if the dream will come true, of course. We will adapt this calendar during the summer according to what is happening. But the dream will be to have something to show for DrupalCon in Vienna. About the progress, we are in half of the future scope. So it's already good. It's already something you can test, you can install, you can evaluate. But don't forget, it's only half, and there is a lot of work, cleaning work to do. So yeah, I hope you will have a look on the module, and next month we will say more. Public theme?
I think next time, each time it would be cool to have a demo during the monthly meeting.
Yeah,
I'm not sure everybody knows what is display builder today. Not sure.
Ah, yeah, indeed.
So we can have a quick 10 seconds demo.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Jean, yes, demo are cool. We want demo.
Okay. So here it is. A display builder is already a component from. So we are working first on the display builder with UI Suite Bootstrap, because it's one of the more advanced theme we can work with and one people know most. for the components. So it's a good start. So we are currently with the Alpha 1 version, where we made some changes, but it's this is how it works. You can put component, you have a preview of component, you can put the component somewhere. I didn't put it in a proper place, but I'm not on an entity display. It's just a generic display. There is a version with the entity display where the goal is to map the field. It's to replace layout builder with something a bit more rich. So for now, it's more a simple version where we are compatible, of course, with for the one that don't know of with a UI style. So we can apply style from the UI Suite Bootstrap theme. We try to be as much as real time as possible. One of the challenge is try to be as much as possible preview ready, meaning I'm on the builder, I'm building, and this is the preview version, meaning the version that will be published. So the goal is to have stuff as close as possible. So at the end, my dream is even to not need preview, the builder being the preview itself, but we still need here, for example, everything dashed. It's to indicate that there is a slot where you can put something, another component, or whatever inside. And when there is an empty slot, of course, we have to show it. So there is a kind of a UX works to do more, but currently it's pretty good. You can see here, I'm highlighting the slots of each component. If there is an alert, I can see there is a heading message on the alert, which is a Bootstrap alert. We hope to be perhaps to provide a bit more insight on the component slot and props, because currently it's just giving you information. Or you can see here we have, okay, the variant and the props. Light is not very nice. Let's go. No, it was already running. Give us a second there. So that's it. A lot of stuff and still a keyboard. We try to have a keyboard support as well, which was already on the dev version, but trying to be as helpful as possible. Oh yeah, a new stuff from UI patterns is now in the layers. You don't have only the block. You have when the block is well, the icon should do the same, but not yet. But the block is giving you the information of what's inside the block, so you can easily because you can move. Hola. You can move from there. Well, there is a lot of stuff on this page because it's really a testing page, so it's a bit hard to see where you move, but the goal is, what is this one? It's I'm a bit very low. Okay, and we have as well at the tree version, which is a bit more better to highlight. So we are still working on different way of presenting the data. The goal is to really help building and reach as most cases as possible, meaning when it's very nested and complicated, we still want you to be able to reach what you want and edit what you want in the display, or have more simple version when you are not so nested and you already know what you're doing. And of course, everything is still configurable. The display builder itself, meaning the tools I have, the libraries, layers, what's in the toolbar, and the options. It's you can enable or disable them on the display builder. And so you can have different configuration depending the user. If it's a content manager, an advanced content manager with some knowledge on the building, and of course with the work on UI patterns and UI patterns UI. It will be very interesting because we can even go deeper and provide specific form for component for specific builders. So it's going to go very far in the configuration. I hope to match as much as possible all user cases.
Very promising. Thank you, Jean.
Yeah, so exciting.
Yeah, it's a dream user interface for the UI patterns modules.
Yes, yes, and also as we shared already last month, it's still a small module, relatively small. It's very Drupal-y. It's a good boy in the Drupal ecosystem. It follows what you expect from a Drupal module, and our dream is to keep it no bigger than Layout Builder. Let's see if we success, but this is the kind of size we are targeting. And we hope people will extend it with new island plugins. It will be also alterable, overridable. So we hope people will enjoy.
Just a remark, Pierre, for the people here, is that with Display Builder, we enable new things that were not possible before, which is editing the page layout like this, and also editing display modes of entities.
Yeah.
You will be able to do advanced stuff. So
we are replacing block layout, entity view display with Layout Builder override, views, the display part of views, and later entity form display. So it does a lot of things. Okay, let's talk about public staining. So contrib team are thriving, is crazy. Now they are driving 52% of UI pattern to adoption. So congratulations to the people managing those contrib team. Florent for Bootstrap, Michael for DSFR, other Michael for DesiUI, Steven for USWDS. It's very good job. People love the work, and it's really tracking the success. So Florent is in holiday, so I will just tell you a bit about Bootstrap 5. There is a new branch, 5.2, and it's a cleanup. So it's a little compatibility break, but just because we are removing all stuff. So Florent remove layout option dependency, some deprecation in component SDC, UI icon backport, because now it's targeting 11, Drupal 11. So if you are starting a new project, start with 5.2, because you will get the same stuff as 5.1 minus the old stuff which were deprecated before. Michael, you want to tell us about the SFR?
Yes. So we have released the version 1.1.0 stable. We expected it from long time ago, and now we will rapidly target DSFR 1.14, which was out yesterday. So we are only a few issues from this new version. So now we have made the big move, which was to go to 1.1.0 and be UI patterns 2 compatible. And we have another promising addition to the theme, because we will implement DSFR chart. So there is this library, DSFR chart, which allows to do charts. So we will plug Drupal data and be able to plot them with SDC and UI pattern.
Okay, great. And I'm also talking for my room, because we are 6 people in my room. If you are front developer, or if you know front developer in your team who want to participate to USU DSFR, it's the best moment to embed. The best moment, because everything complicated and nasty, we did it. Now we just have to implement good stuff, good, easy, fun stuff from DSFR 1.13 and 14. So the door is open to your front developers. It's only a few hours of work, and it will be fun and interesting.
Right.
I'm doing the pro. I'm trying to expand the team. You know. So, Michael, this UI.
Yes, not much to tell, but I just released the new release yesterday, the Alpha 3 of UI Suite Daisy UI, the branch 5, release 5. It's mainly bug fixes and some simplification regarding the grid components, which were a bit like was a bit there are too much props in it, so I simplified them.
So I guess you have a compatibility break for grid component. Do you have?
Actually, I don't think so because I just removed. I'm not sure. We discussed it actually some days ago, you and me, Pierre.
Yeah. So it's okay.
I think there is no break to change. No.
Okay, good news.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah. Anyway, no alert to raise. Okay. Anyway, it's alpha, so anything can happen in alpha, you know.
Yes, but if there is a change record to publish, I should do that. But I'm not sure.
So about US WDS, the US design system, Steven released 4.0.1, and there is only one issue, so it's a small release, but still it's keep going on. We don't know if this design system will have a future because there is no team on the US government side, but maybe someone will take care of it. And Monet, pardon. Where are you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Do you want to show us, do you want to talk about Adobe Spectrum or you want to do a demo?
Yes, if I could screen share, that'd be great. Yeah, and it's Monet, the French.
Yeah, I know. I want to be a good boy. I want to pronounce it the American way, and it's a mistake because it's a
it's all good. Okay, let me see if I can share. I just want to share the window, and it's not going to let me do that. Let's see how I can resolve this. Yeah, it's not allowing me to share my entire screen. I'm not sure if I should exit and come back so that I can actually share my screen. What do you think? I think it's going to be difficult for me to. Well, here, I will just share the one I think that's most useful right now. Let's just do one tab at a time. So I'm a designer turned Drupal developer. My knowledge is very front end. So I submit my work to you with great humility and in the hopes that you will critique me and maybe slack me later about the glaring errors that you notice I have made. I have not worked in Drupal for about 2 years, and while I was trying to update my knowledge, I discovered SDC and the UI suite, and during those 2 years, I worked on the Adobe design system. So I thought this would be a good learning project for me to try converting Spectrum to use this tool. I'm focused right now on UI patterns. I have 10 components so far, I think. And you will notice right away, I'm struggling quite a bit with icons. This is not correct. The markup is correct, but that's not how that should look. My badge, when you get down to icon, it has become a micro icon. So I have to figure that out. Here's how the caret should look, or the chevron should look on breadcrumbs. So you can see my error there. But I've been enjoying this very much. I've been overall surprised and impressed by how easy it has been, particularly for someone with such front-end knowledge. Think of me as like a junior developer. It's been lovely. I've started working on Clear Button and Search, so they're empty right now. I would like to show you my code, but I'm not able to do a full screen share outside of Chrome right now. So
did you publish it on GitHub or some?
I think it's probably going to make me reopen the chat if I do, like it's the full screen share wants to be in my permissions. on my
Okay,
machine.
but if you want us to look at your repo, we can do that maybe in other time, but with great pleasure.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
please. I would love it if someone would look at my repository and maybe pair with me and help me resolve some of the issues I'm having. But I've really been enjoying this so far, and I appreciate all the work that the other teams have done on the other themes, because I have been referencing them very heavily and studying them while I am learning to do this. So I appreciate you all very much for that.
Actually,
Yeah,
it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, it's a very good start. I think some people will be happy to do a workshop with you, as we are doing with all the newcomers. Me, for example, I am available next week if you want. I just have a first feedback. You are already implementing form component, like input, radio button. Is good, but Drupal core is not ready yet. So what you are doing will not be usable with Drupal, and when it will be, it may be a bit different. So my first advice would be to not implement form components yet, to wait Drupal 11.3 and to do the job in January or February.
Thank you. That will save me some headaches.
Yeah. So sharing again the screen. Thank you very much, Monet, for the demo. And if you want to start your own design system implementation, there is other available. Some have started. For example, I've started myself IBM Carbon in local. Jean are starting Shoelace in Display Builder. So it could be a good starting point. But also there is plenty of design system in the web, and each of them is interesting in its own way. We always learn something. We always get something from those tasks. So don't hesitate. Michael, you want to tell us about the community?
Yes.
Fabien, I forgot to write your subject. What was your subject?
I was talking about the experience for content editors.
Thank you.
So I will talk about events where I wasn't there.
I can do it if you prefer.
You were at the event, but okay, let's go, Pierre.
Okay,
I'll
so
let you talk about
last
that.
week we got the French Drupal camp in Perpignan. It was great. So Fabien, Florent, and me, we were there, and Nicolas too. Nicolas was one of the organizers. So it was thanks to him. It was a great event.
Vincent also.
Vincent, yeah, Vincent is with us. I didn't see the guest list, so Vincent was there too, and maybe other people in the call, because I don't know who is connected or not. And we got a few talk about UI Suite. Me, I talk about UI Suite in general. Florent showed Subkey and what happened in the first year of Subkey. And there is really crazy stuff inside, very interesting. And Subkey is helping UI Suite moving forward. So thanks to the team. And Fabien showed us content editor experience with layout paragraph. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Layout paragraph and UI suite patterns, and try to make something fun to contribute and to edit.
It was looking very fun, indeed. And I'm sure your feedback and your experience from this project will be useful for display builders. And also in Poland, in Warsaw, Shari did a talk about UI Suite module. So it's great. It's great to have the community going a bit everywhere to talk about what we are doing. We also do the 4 summer camp. So it was a smaller, a bit more low profile summer camp this year. That's why you didn't heard about it before. We were 8. So the team on the picture plus Michael Mull. And it was a small team, but it was ambitious scope. We worked on many complex subjects, and it was very fun. And I'm looking for the Summer Camp next year. So what's next? Drupal Camp Spain in Santiago. So I am planning to go. And I think for the first time ever, I will go to a Drupal event where I'm not a speaker. So it will be very restful. I'm very excited because Matteo is the creator of Entity. He will be a speaker there. So it will be the opportunity to meet. If someone wants to come with me, it will be great. We can have a road trip, for example. And of course, we have DrupalCon Vienna in October with 1 or 2 talks. I will talk about Drupal as a first design system native CLS. The same as tonight. And Jean, which is in the waiting list, may talk about the first year of the core icon API. So I hope we will meet a lot of you in DrupalCon Vienna. And Vienna is a wonderful city, one of my favorites in Europe. So it's worth the travel. Slack channel is still going, of course. Every month we have more people. That's very heartwarming. Thank you very much. So, someone want to add something? Someone have feedback, question? Want to propose a subject for next month, maybe? Oh, cute.
Yes. Baby UI suite.
Maybe very sweet. Okay, nothing. Yeah, it was a long one. It was a 50-minute mostly, so I understand if you are tired. And,
Yeah, it was a great meeting, Pierre. Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks to everybody. Thanks to the one who did demo and who talk and participate. And we are not 18, and we are 23 because I have 5 more people on my side. So
maybe you can ask them their Drupal.org profile so that I can give credit, Pierre.
I already asked them. I will gather and I will credit them. Oh, Julia is very happy about that. Okay, see you. When is the date of the next month?
Actually, we can decide now. I don't know the people holidays, but I guess I would say end of July, the 31, if it's possible.
I would prefer to keep a 5-week, 5 weeks.
Okay, maybe. So beginning of August.
Yes.
Like the 7th.
It's perfect for me. Is it good for everybody?
It will not be good for everyone.
No, okay. Okay, let's get the vibe. It's good for most of the people. Nobody is complaining. Okay.
Usually July is better, but if we do in August, okay.
Okay.
Generally speaking, a lot of people are out in August.
But anyway, if there is less people in August, it's okay. And then we can, in September, we can have a big meeting where a lot of announcement. Okay, so July. No, but still, 5 weeks is July. 5 weeks is the 31.
Yeah.
So perfect.
Okay, so 31 of July. Okay.
31 of July. Same hour.
Nice.
See you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.